All right, this is a continuation of yesterday's video. Uh, Funny or strange or weird UAE expat stories. I think one of my regular followers, Swastik Patel, he said, he commented, you said 5 stories, you only gave us 3, so fine. He's paying attention. So I said, okay, fine, I'll give you the remaining. And plus one bonus extra. So these are real incidents that have happened, and they're not my clients. Okay. So in this example, a husband, uh, male UAE expat, he uh, what he decided was, after he got a job, managerial position, all that, and he, he sent me a message and said, I'm in a little bit of trouble and all that. So I thought, okay, he's in trouble with maybe the employer, maybe with the UAE law. And then he's telling me, I'm in trouble with my wife. I said, what happened? You had an affair? She caught you red-handed? He's saying, no. He's saying, my wife, I bought her here to UAE. Now she doesn't want to leave. I said, I didn't understand. So then he goes on to tell me that after he got a job, he decided to, get his wife to Dubai. Obviously wanted to show her the amazing city of Dubai, which is much better than India. And, of course, share their happiness. So he bought his wife, and wife, along with them, the 2 kids. So they all came down. Now they came down, and obviously he impressed her a lot. He took her out, took her to movie theaters, took her to nice restaurants, nothing fancy, but stuff that, she wouldn't get in India. And then took her for shopping and everything else. So he gave her a great time. And then lo and behold, it was time for her to go back. But now the problem is, because he gave her such a good life, which she doesn't get back home, now she has decided not to go back. So, so he was trying to convince her, no, you have to go back, and this and that, and a ticket. And she refused to go on the due date. Ticket money went away. And now, she's telling him, no, you get me my visa. I'm staying here. I don't care. I'm not going anywhere with the 2 kids. And what's worse is, obviously Indian family. So the parents are involved. So the girl's parents, she must have brainwashed them. And they said, why you want to send the daughter? Why you want to send the daughter back? You don't love the daughter. Or you want to try, you're doing something funny. What is there to hide? She's your wife. You have to take care. So he said, no, it's very hard to maintain expense. Nothing doing. She doesn't eat much and this and that. And now he's stuck. So before, where he was staying a single life and he was happy and he could save money, now he got his wife and 2 kids, gave them a great tour of Dubai and great life, and now she's refusing to go back. So he was asking, what do I do? I said, what do you want me to do, man? I mean, what am I going to do? Tell your wife, go back? Or tell you, go to the police? You can't do anything. I said, you have to convince your wife to go back, or with her, go back to India and the children, and then, run away back. What to say? So this was one. The second one was, which one? This is slightly reverse. The wife, she got a job in Dubai, okay, and lo and behold, this is some time ago. This is before COVID. So she got a job in Dubai, and this local company or whatever, and local means not Arab, local Indian company. So they bought her on board, and then she convinced the owner that her husband will work for low salary and all that. So she bought the husband also, and lucky for them, they didn't have children. So the wife and husband both working for the same company. Now, I don't know what transpired or what happened. The owner found maybe both of them dissatisfactory, or their work is not done, or some. She didn't obviously give me the full story, and I'm pretty gray because this was quite some time ago. So now both of them, wife also lost a job. First, the wife lost a job, and obviously the husband came with the wife. So there was no need for the husband also. So now the owner has told bye bye. Lucky for them, he didn't cancel their visa, but he told her, you both have to get another job. And but he cannot give them the job and cannot pay them any salary. And that is where, while on the old visa, she was trying to get a job and she got in touch with me. Now she's stuck. So I asked her the most simple question. I said, how many years have you been in UAE? She said, no, I just came to UAE. So you just came to UAE and all of a sudden you decided to get your husband without settling down. And now you have lost your job, he has lost his job. And now you both don't know anything of the UAE market. You both are stuck at home. I told her the only solution you have is you obviously have to beg for or ask or request for extension of the visa. But if you can't get a job and you run out of money, you have to go back. Or you'll have to accept a job for a really cheap salary. So that's all I could give them. But you see the irony of the whole thing. The excitement that even before you could get confirmed, you bought your husband. In fact, when I was working for this company, MTech, EMTECH, another crook of our owner, he had taken this one particular chap from India, something as a programmer or trainer or all that, and then he asked me to evaluate him. And he had already taken him on board. So when I evaluated him, I found he was not satisfactory, and I told him he's not satisfactory because he asked me for an honest opinion. And then after that, and I gave him the places where the loopholes were. So when he looked at all this, he said, oh, sheesh, okay. Then one day he called me to the office. He said, I'm in a little bit of a fix. I don't know what to do. I said, what happened? He's saying, I told this guy he's confirmed, even though on probation. And he ended up coming down here, resigned from his job. He got his wife, resigned from her job. And he got his children also come here. This I'm talking of nearly, I think 20 years, 15, 20 years. No, not 15 and 20 years, 15 years, sorry, 15 years. So he's saying, now I'm stuck. I don't know how to tell him that, I'm not happy with him. So he didn't want to give him the bad news, so I had to give him the bad news. So when I told him, this guy was as if someone in his family died. He was like, oh, what will I do? Because what had happened was he said goodbye to a job in a multinational company. He made his wife resign from a multinational company, and he took out his children from the school, and he thought he's going to have a great life in UAE without even being confirmed, without even finishing the probationary. No, forget the probationary period. It's hardly 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, he did all this. So I know this is not a funny story, but tragic. Then the next one is this one is slightly comedic, and in a way, I take a little bit of glee with this guy's tragedy. Many people ask me for resume rebrand, and they want it for cheap or they want it for free. So this guy didn't want it for free, but he wanted it for really cheap. I said, this is not my rate. I can't agree for this. So he kept coaxing me, and I said, no, I can't do it. And his old CV, I told him, I don't think anyone will entertain. And lo and behold, he did get a job. After he did get a job, he wanted to rub it on my face and say, see, without you, I got the job. Okay. But for me, it's a, learning experience. I said, can you show me a CV? He had changed his CV. And when I compared his old CV, because I had the record and this new CV, he had changed it entirely. He must have copied it from somewhere or paid someone, and that guy copied. It was nothing like the old CV. He has changed and hyped up a lot of facts and figures. And I just told him, see, one observation that I have is the new CV is nothing like the old CV in the sense that Forget the color and the jazz and adjectives. You're actually bluffing. He said, no, 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 this is what I did. I said, okay, fine. If you say, I am sure he was regretting that he sent me the new CV because I could compare. Anyway, nothing doing. I wish him all the best. But he made it a point to tell me, see, I just want you to know that you're not the only person who can help us. And I told him, listen, save the lecture, enjoy your life. Okay, fine. After some time, see, I have records now. After some time, I think around a couple of months, 3, 4, whatever months or whatever duration, he sends me a messaging, hey, hi, how are you, and this and that. And so I asked him what is his email, and I remembered the CV because I'd written the notes. I said, hero, how are you? How's life? I don't keep any resentment. So he's saying, I'm not happy with this job and all that. I said, what happened? So what's wrong? He said, in my job, they're asking me to do extra things, additional things. And, before they said, there's a company for growth and open door policy, all the standard words. The HR said, open door policy is a scope for growth. Now, the thing is, the HR guy is not dealing with him. In the office, the local guy, Emirati, his son comes. And his son, it seems, is very rude. Okay, young chap, very rude, uses bad words and all that. So this guy being new, he obviously, he is not experienced with all this. So he was getting bad words, and he is made to work more. Initially, he thought he'll work 8 hours, 10 hours. But now he's literally being asked to come 6 days a week and sometimes 12 hours, 14 hours. I was pretty sure that he didn't tell me the whole story. What I personally felt was, because he bluffed on his CV that he could do the sun, moon and stars, and now he can't do all this. So as a punishment, they are making him work longer hours. And obviously, they don't terminate him because they spend so much of money. And the reason for the bad words is maybe he's not good in his job. So now he's asking what to do. I told him, if you're still on the probationary period and you can ask, go apply for another job and leave the job, try. If you can't, then you're stuck until the duration of the contract. He did ask. And when he got back to me, the management told him, we paid money for your visa and everything else. Reimburse us all the money, 10,000 plus, and we'll let you go. After that, I didn't hear from him. So, see, sometimes I tell people, when something is too good to be true, or you get a job very fast, or they agree immediately, don't live in La La Land thinking that this is paradise, you have done it. Always look with the eye of suspicion and something is fishy. Okay. Let me give you one last story as a bonus. And then I think I'll call it a day for this month of weird stories. I think, this is a classic mistake many people make. When someone gives them a verbal confirmation, okay, remember it's always verbal, it's not written. And even if it's written, what is it written on? Email? Is it written on the company letterhead? Is it written on the labor contract? You need to figure all these questions out. The incident in question that I want to share with you is, when this guy who was starting up the company, it's like a founder company, not founder company, new company. He got this guy from Pakistan. He promised him great things and a salary. Now the salary was not big. He came as something related to internet work. Salary was only 2,500 dirhams. Okay, and he told him, once you prove yourself, all that typical bullshit, I'll increase it to 3,000. No. So he went. But however, after joining, now he is getting only 500 to 800 bucks. And the reason why the owner gave is, no, there is no business. I can't give you. I'll give you little later. So now every month, instead of getting 2,500 or 3,000, 3,500 as promised, he's getting 2,000. He's getting 800. and he can only pay for food and accommodation. So now what can you do? You're already on the visa. He said, I'll take him to labor and all that. I said, boss, if you have the resources, fine, take him. Don't have the resources. As it is, you're earning such a small salary. I told him, maybe one long-term strategy is you don't do the job properly, make plenty of mistakes, and in frustration, he'll throw you out, or he'll resign, or that's the only way. Others, you can ask him nicely, or you can refuse to work altogether, and then sit outside the embassy and hope a miracle takes place. So yeah, these are the funny and tragic stories of some expats. So let me know which one stood out to you. These were all the stories that I wanted to share. And yeah, every month, if there are any, I'll share it with you, including if I find from the vault worthwhile stories which are worth sharing. Anyway, I don't wish you guys anything bad, whoever it is. But when you have strange stories like this, fun to share, right? You guys take care. This is me signing off. Chalo.